This demonstration we're going to enable reporting in Virtual Machine Manager. To do this, first of all, we need to configure Operations Manager to actually allow us to manage our Hyper-V environment by using the Operations Manager and associated agents. So the first thing we need to do here is we just need to come in and add our Operations Manager management packs. So we come into our programs. Within our programs, we're going to go for System Center Operations Manager, and then we're going to launch our Operations console. Okay, we're into the Operations Manager, so the next thing to do now is just import the management packs that we're going to use to manage our System Center Virtual Machine Manager. So all we'll do here, just come down to Administration. And then on the Administration tab, what we want to do here is just import our management packs. We then need to add our management packs, so we'll just click the Add button. We're going to add from disk. And say no for any online catalogs because we don't have an internet connection, and then we're going to select the various management packs to import. Right, we're going to start off with the SQL server management packs, and the ones that we're concerned about here are the SQL server ones, the 2005 and the 2008. So we'll highlight these. We'll then click our Open button, and we'll allow these to import. So this will take a little while, so I'll just pause the video while these are importing and return back once they've imported. Right, next thing we'll do is we'll add some more management packs. So we'll add from disk. Just come up a level. And then what we're going to do at this level above is we're just going to add in the ones actually for the base operating system center virtual machine. So in the base operating system, and the ones that we're going to add in here, we're going to add in everything at this point here. Actually, we won't bother with the 2000 or the 2003 because I've only got Windows Server 2008. So I'll just go with the 2008 ones, and I'll also go for the Windows Server library as well. We'll open them up and let them add in as well. So again, just while I'm waiting for this, I'll pause the video and return back once they've imported as well. Right, the last ones that we want to add in here is we just want to add in the ones for IIS. So we'll add from disk again. Just navigate through. And what we're going to add in here, we're going to go for, if we just pull this along, we're going to go for Server 2003, Server 2008, and we'll also have the common library as well. So we'll open them. Again, just pause the video while we're waiting for these to import. So here we go, they're all imported. So the next thing to do is actually install the admin packs. So click our Install button and allow these to install. So again, just while these are installing, again, I'll just pause the video and return back once they've been installed. Right, they're now all imported, so the next thing to do is just click the Close button. What we now need to do is we now need to install the Operation Manager agents so that Operations Manager can actually manage the various devices that we have in place. So just within here, we're on the Administration button. What we now need to do is just configure the computers and devices to manage. So click on the little button. We're going to select Windows computers at this point and select Next. What we're going to do here on the Auto Advanced page, we're just going to verify that we do have the Advanced Discovery highlighted, which we do. Select our Next button. On the Discovery Method page, what we're going to do here is we're just going to browse for or type in computer names. And what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to add in a few machines with the NYC extension. Right, so we'll just put in NYC. And all we'll do here now is we'll just check the names. And what we're going to add in here is we're going to add in multiple hosts. So we're going to add in NYC host 1, NYC host 2, NYC DC1, NYC VMM, and we're also going to add in NYC server 4. Now that we've done all of this, we'll just click OK. Click OK again, select our Next button, and then on the administrator account here, we're just going to click at this point Discover. And we'll now leave this to run. So the next thing to do now is just select all of the machines where we want to install the agent. Click our Next button. specify the agent installation location and the credentials to install the agent, and select Finish. We'll then leave the task to perform, so we can see it's started. We'll pause the video at this point and return back once the agents have been installed onto the various machines. Okay, we're all done. Everything's successful, so we can now close this down. Next thing we need to do is just configure Operations Manager through the VMM Setup. So on my Operations Manager server, all I'm going to do here is just navigate through the setup files for Virtual Machine Manager. So within here, into my program files, Microsoft Learning 10215, just into my lab files folder, into System Center Virtual Machine Manager, and all we're going to do here is just double click on the setup.exe. Right, within here what we want to do is we just want to configure Operations Manager. So we'll come down to Configure Operations Manager. We'll accept the license agreement after reading it. Select Next. We won't bother with the Windows Update, don't have an internet connection. So select Next. Customer Experience Program, just select the Next button. It's done the prerequisites check, everything's in place. Select Next. We'll just go with the default location for the installation. In the case of the port assignment, we're more than happy with the port number. We just now need to specify the name of the Virtual Machine Manager, which in our case is contoso/myc-vmm. Now that we've done all of that, select the Next button, and then click the Install button, and then just leave it to finish. So we'll pause the video just while it's installing the Operation Manager components. Okay, it's now installed, so we'll just turn off the little tick box for check the latest Virtual Machine Manager updates and click the Close button. Exit out of this screen here. So we're now all done. Next thing we need to do is just configure and test our VMM reporting. So what we're going to do here, we're just going to come into our user roles under Security, go to our Operations Manager Report Operators, so just looking down here, there's our report operators, so we'll just double click on this, and all we'll do is we'll click Add, and what we're going to do here is we're just going to add an administrator. So that's now done. Click OK. And there you go, we've now set up the VMM reporting. The next thing we need to do is just install the Operations Manager console on the Virtual Machine Manager. So we'll move across the Virtual Machine Manager. So now we're on our System Center Virtual Machine Manager. All we'll do is come into Windows Explorer, and what we're going to do here is set up Operations Manager. So what we're going to do is we're just going to install the System Operations Manager 2007 R2. Okay, and click Next. Accept the end user license agreement. On the product registration page, happy with what I've typed in there, so click Next. On the custom setup page, it's coming up next. We just need to click the database and say that this component will not be available because we don't want to install something we've already got. So now that we've done all of that, click the management server bit and say that also that this component will not be available because we already have a management server. On the web console screen here, what we want to do here as well is say that also that this component will not be available either. So we're just installing really the user interface. We'll select Next. On Custom Experience, we don't want to join the Custom Experience program, so we'll select Next. On the Microsoft Update, we don't want to use the Microsoft Update, so we'll select Next. Now we'll select Install, and we'll allow this to install, so we'll pause the screen at this point and return back once all the components have been installed. Right, this is now done, so we'll just turn off the tick box to start the console, click our Finish button, and then click Exit. Right, the next thing to do here is just in the Virtual Machine Manager console, what we need to do now is just come to the Administration tab, click System Center, And then what we're going to do here is we're just going to go for the Operations Manager reporting URL. What we're then going to do within here is we're then just going to enable reporting. So we turn on the tick box to enable reporting, and then what we're going to do here is our reporting server is http://nyc server 3/report server. So that's all done, so we'll just click the OK button. Just pause the screen while this is completing. So that's reporting now configured. So what we've got our reporting tab. Now I'll need to leave this for a few minutes, and then what we can have a look at is the various reports generated. So that's the end of this demonstration. Thanks very much.